Welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3 in part 2 of our Heinrich Kemmler SFO Grimmhammer campaign. In today's episode, we're picking things up where we left off here with the Siege of Marienburg, or not Marienburg, the Fort Bergbress. But they have come on out of the fort to attack us on the field, which is actually going to make things much more in our favor as they are bringing some mortars to the fight. Those will be much more scary behind some walls that we have to overcome, so the fact that we don't have to deal with that at all makes things much more easy for us. Let's get in there. Alright, so they've got this lovely forest here in the middle to protect our zombies on the way in, so let's start deployment. And we will roll the zombies in. Like so. I'm going to pull them back just far enough that they're not getting shot right off the bat, because that's going to be something we're going to be dealing with. And then let's throw the Skelly Spearmen alongside with just one of the normal swordsmen behind them. And we'll get them more deployed as the battle gets going. We'll go for the Hound Dogs, and I'm going to put them in the woods over here. That way they're hiding. We can rush them out to harass that back line and hopefully deal with the enemy cannons quite quickly. We can throw the Ghosts and then the other stalking units in this back line here. Have them rush over. Again, to delete their archers before it's too late for us. Grab all of the sneaky boys, have them in a unit. Then all of the front line. Have the spears in guard mode so they're not rushing after anyone. And then we can have Kemmler and company together. They do have 2 handguns and then the crossbows to be dealing with. And those are likely going to focus fire down on whatever our large unit is. We'll likely want to keep our corpse cart back for a moment until things are really actually fightable there. Let's go ahead and move these zombies apart a little bit. That way we can have other troops move between them and try to get flanking attacks on those that surround our zombies. It looks more or less good to go. We're just going to get a nice flanking attack across the board. I'm going to throw you up front to start, and then we'll fall them back as we get closer to the line. At least that's the idea. Kemmler over here and the Necromancer as well. Just trying to keep them behind the trees so it's harder for those missiles to get maximum damage. Let's get it going. They are all actually in the trees themselves. Go ahead and push everyone forward. We'll have these spearmen go well wide. Perfect. Start bringing these stalking units in. They're going to start ripping shots right away with the mortar crews. I'm just going to send the Ghosts in to deal with them. Keep everyone else moving on in. Some lovely slow-mo shots of everyone moving. The zombies forcing their way across the field under heavy mortar fire. And luckily the corpse cart will be giving them a little bit of ward save, and we can do some healing too. Zombies are there to do the dying for us, though. One out. And I'm going to drop down one of the normal heals on them. That way they're not healing it too badly there. Pull this group through. You guys go around, and then you guys come on in to attack the crossbows. Quickly overwhelm that group. You guys just move into the forest there. Hopefully actually taking down the riflemen. Yeah, they immediately started blasting the corpse cart. Where's the enemy lord at? We don't have eyes on, so let's go ahead and grab the zombies, make them their own group, and then just lock them and send them into combat. Spearmen forward, and then you just go hunt down. Oh, it didn't work out quite as well as I wanted it to. They reacted pretty well themselves. Alright, let's drop down Krell. There's the Lord. Where is Krell? Found him. Lord of Undeath. That guy's your job, Krell. Go get him. Give him a hug. And we'll get these nice flank attacks of the other infantrymen here, and we'll have the corpse cart move on forward. Easily dealt with the mortar crews. Spread them out a little bit, this way they don't have to get too much damage. We'll just go for the overcast heals. On, let's see, these zombies here. We may lose these Hound Dogs. Try to get them on away from the fight. Heavy emphasis on try. You guys get on these handgunners so they don't blast into our troops there. Let's go for the Staff of Damnation on everyone here. That'll do. Slay them. Doesn't look to be going so well for the Empire here, as more and more skeletal legions make their presence felt. They did manage to escape, which is perfect. Maybe I can get them back in on these crossbows. Other hound dogs come on away as well. Ghouls go meet them. We have these skelly spearmen do the same. Come on through the woods and start nom-nomming on some ankles. Any more heals we can pass out? Who really needs it the most? Looks like the dire wolves. Or they lose their leadership at least. Perfect. Extra reward save. Looks like we are leaving through here. Get him, Krell. Drop the Spirit Leech down. Heinrich victory, it thinks. Never. Krell's extra damage. Oh, we did end up losing the dire wolves, though. Okay, we'll bring the other dire wolves around and then into the crossbows then. Oh, it's too late. They turn and run. Hopefully the Dead Rise Again is going to kick in for us. I'm going to run down as many of these fleeing Imperials as I can. I'll catch you in a moment. Alright, 197 fall in the fighting, which is perfectly fine, and it does look like our hound dogs do manage to become raised again, and after we dominate these captives, 4% replenishment gives them up to 100%. Sounds good to me. Alright, turn is again ours, and the Skull Smashers have been wiped out in totality. Oh, and it looks like the Dawi have come on over to face us. One at a time? What's going on here? Either way, raise a newly dead, a single word boon, spoken through the ritual, or spoken during the ritual, will harden the skin of corpses as they jerk back to life. 10% more chance for the destroyed units to be restored, and then 25% more speed for zombies. Should actually allow them to keep up with our skeletons. Yeah. Actually, a little bit faster. Just fine by me. Grow your forces, wars rage the length and breadth of this land. In such times, only the strong can hope to survive. Build your forces in order to meet the threats that face you. Or a bit of dark magic and another standard. Yes, Thorhall, what are you thinking? He's thinking nothing. He runs. Okay. Even though we would likely get quite savaged by this army, I think we can still win. Let's go ahead and grab another unit of bats because we're likely going to lose some. And let's rush on over to meet them. Get a crank gun, so that's going to be quite scary. Yeah, valiant defeat. Yeah, the Lord with the crank gun is going to be terrifying. I can't wait to see just how much damage he's going to be dishing out. Make sure the bats stop the blasting charges from chucking those out. We should be able to at least surround them. Can we win from there? That I don't know. We might have the numbers. Let's hope. Alright, so it looked like it was water, but it's just ice. We'll start deployment. Axes in the back, blasting charges, or in the front, the blasting charges. He's going to be a problem, the Guildmaster. Let's set the zombies up in a very much a wide formation. I want the skeletons on the very edges so they can surround. And then we need bats ready to stop those blasting charges, and the Guildmaster, when he starts firing, they are going to be fully sacrificial. Bats, or dire wolves, go up on top, that'd be great. Over here works fine though. So speedy units, or infantry, and then the Lichmaster. Alright. Do we have massive number advantage? Yes. Is it likely to matter? That I don't know. Let's get them, zombies. Luckily we got the zombie speed buff. It's not quite damage. Have them come up and around. We have numbers, but the Dawi are going to rip through with said numbers. You guys go way wide there, but wide enough that he's not going to be shooting at you with that crank gun, because that's where a lot of our damage is coming from, is from those units. Bat, you come and sacrifice yourself. Same thing with you, zombies. Your job is, go for it. Stay fired. I don't think the blasting charges can fire at air. As soon as they land, it's game on. The rest of the boys in. Alright, crank guns are starting to fire, and man, are they destroying the bats already. Kind of surround who you can. The miners don't have a ton in terms of actual melee attack and defense, so should actually be able to get some good damage on them. We'll want to try to pull away before these others come on in, though. Get around. You guys hit them. Let's go ahead and try to get as much damage as possible. Scared off the miners pretty quickly. Zombies are streaming on in now. Let's go ahead and drop in the extra damage on, I'd say, the... Oh, I have to accidentally give it to the bats. Here come the hordes. We do need the dire wolves to pull away. Same thing with the bats. Let's get them on out of the fight. They did an excellent job stopping those miners from chucking their blasting charges, and now you guys just run them down as they try to flee. Bats come around and try to just kind of harry the back line there. Once he's a bit closer, he'll start actually passing out the heals to all of the zombies, and we actually should be able to win just through leadership. But for those miners, they're the weakest. Zombies stop the guild master there. He doesn't seem to be very good in melee at all. And those skeletons are quite a ways behind everyone else. That's out. Looks like they did a great job running down those miners. Let's come on in and try to do some damage, at least to these dwarf warriors. That's back in. You all go after the miners as well. Just break them. Hounds are nom-nomming on some armor. And now you pull away. Just look at all that damage they're taking. Heals for the hounds. Alright, now it's just the dwarf warriors. Where are my other skeletons? Surround these warriors here. Little battle dance macabre on these skeletons. We'll watch some of the fighting. Too many undead. Just the sheer number of bats versus one guild master. Swinging that gun around. I'm sure that's not exactly how you're supposed to be using that. You guys seem to be a bit confused. I don't want you to fight the guild master. Your job is these, Dawi. Some of the hounds that are not deciding to chase. Interesting. Let's come on in. We'll have them attack these dwarf warriors who are about to break already. Once their leadership shatters, that's the end. I think getting rabies from behind is the fastest way to break my leadership. And dying Dawi all over the place. Would be cool to have an ability where you're raising the undead for the fallen warriors of your foes at the same time as you're fighting. Don't know how you would really incorporate it without it being incredibly overpowered, though. These guys are the most wounded, although I prefer to heal our skeletons. Great. There's a team of bats and zombies shut down this guild hall master completely. Everyone else, get a full surround off on these last. Dawi here to break their spirits. mean, this army completely wiped out. All of the zombie, or the skeletons, these are your targets. Let the hounds chase off the fleeing cowards. Those who survive are definitely going to have to take the oath. He doesn't even have a head, and he's giving you the business. Blood all over this guy. It's a pretty desperate fight there from the Dobby. We'll speed things up a bit. It is just this last group trying to hold their own. Bats, you can come on over the top and just do a bit more harassing. I don't know if they're going to survive that, but there we went. Broke the last of them. So it's just now the Guildmaster here. Go ahead and get him fully surrounded while the dire wolves chase off these great weapon warriors. That was a quite fantastic battle against the Dobby. I'm not sure why it was giving them such an advantage. I guess I thought we were going to stay back and let him use all of his ammunition. Either way, I'm going to catch you all in a moment. Alright, gives us a decisive victory against Thorhall Blackbeard. And that should teach you not to rush on in by yourself. Cool. Go ahead and return those captives for a bit of gold. Yes, quite. Talbert, you need to retreat, though, because I don't think you can probably win against Rorik here.
You dare.
You dare. We'll just grab you a bunch more zombies. There's no reason to really give you anything too elite. Just sheer numbers for this army here. They're cheap, fearful. And we'll auto-resolve this garrison. Still lost 300, would we? I don't think so. Screaming Banner, though. Extra melee attack and leadership. That sounds great. Any extra attack you're giving your zombies is just making your chaff that much more dangerous. Flame Fort Bress. I think we would like to fully focus our attention on the Dawi here. So let's see if we can. G0 gap has been secured. We grab peace with you guys.
With the dead.
Or fools.
Abomination.
I mean, your words say no, but your treasury says yes.
Yes.
Thanks for the gold. You shall then
Find me.
level the Kemmler on up. I'm thinking we need replenishment rate or upkeep reduction. And this will also boost the experience gain for our heroes. Let's go for Children of the Night. Up to 30% extra experience? That sounds awesome.
You dare.
We'll have a nice little retinue of undead followers here. For Evan Wolfdrake, let's give you raised dead so we can add some zombies to the fighting. And for our fort, we can upgrade with the ill-gotten gains from Marienburg. Delivering us your own doom.
Darkness.
That works out. Can we raise anything good here except for just spearmen? Spears aren't going to help us out all that much against the Dawi. We need the normal skeletons. So I may kick out one of you and just go for one skeleton. They're just so cheap. One normal skeleton. Alright, then for our technology. Extra income. Extra experience per turn, plus the 10% does sound nice. Let's grab this now, and then we can start working on just making our tier 1 undead incredibly terrifying. So less bonds of flesh, more melee defense. Ooh, physical resistance plus 20%. And then Vanguard deployment for zombies. See, now that sounds fantastic. Duration for Black Knights. Perfect vigor for skeletons. That's probably pretty important for us. Okay, we'll move through on the zombies first, and then we'll come on down to the skeletons. We're likely to have more zombies overall. Sweet, we've got a rebellion imminent here in Artois. That's fine. Harvest corpses, foster terror. I guess there's no control here in this province at all, so let's go ahead and drop down the terror. 60 more growth and some corruption. And the turn. Right, we've got Rebellion in the Forest of Arden, which is, I guess, Artois trying to come on back. They're going to attrition every turn until they attack us, and I don't think they have any chance of taking down the castle. Not with a vampire here. She easily trounces the enemy lord there. In Castle Artois. This does provide us some more garrison. That's what I was hoping for. Does the gibbet or the charnel pit? It does, but it is not anything too solid. Balefire Brazier is going to give us some control and leadership while under siege. Is it blood tax? Replenishment and just a bit of income. Probably not the blood tax just yet. I do like the idea of a binding circle, and then we can add income from all buildings is being reduced. We're really not going to make any money here if we're turning it into a military district, which we're likely going to. What's the Face of Death do? Come on, game. Be kind. No resistance, speed, and armor. It also summons a unit of zombies. Awesome. Well, I think I'm going to go for the Forester Shack instead. For the extra garrison through just Bellbats and Skeleton Warriors. Hopefully that's enough to hold the lines back. We amass a total dark magic of 50,000. We gain the right assemblage of necromancers and a sword of bloodshed. 50,000, huh? Board save construction time for infrastructure buildings minus 100%. Okay, well that is very worth it. Lewin trespassing on our land is a problem. I just don't think we can. I don't think we can take on Knights Errant with what we have here. No matter how badly I'd like to. We're gonna have to let him pass.
They will all pay.
And in the meantime, what is the plan? He's gonna go into March. He's trying to take down the armies of the Red Duke over here. We could come past them and take down Lyonesse. Then maybe give that to the Red Duke in order to make friends.
Grave time.
We could also strike into the Empire and start doing some damage. Or possibly move to Grung Zint. Prepare for Lewin to attack. It's just going to be hard for us to get back to Castle Artois in time. Let's come on over to defend Castle Artois. We'll go into...
You disappoint me. World domination.
March stance to get into... Well, no, we don't really need to, do we?
You will fail.
I would just like to hunt down this army.
Follow me.
So let's do it.
You dare.
After lots of back and forth.
Darkness comes.
8 more turns before any growth there. That's definitely why we need to claim Grung Zint and Ziflin quite quickly. So for you, good sir, I'm going to give you...
Bring me flesh to craft.
You've got plenty of flesh. Think about 6 total skeleton warriors. I think that'll be plenty to at least attempt to take on any Dawi army that comes across the field here. We can take down the miners quite easily. It's just the actual Dawi warriors that are a problem.
King Lewin Leoncoeur.
See, maybe Lewin goes after the fort. I'm not going to give him a trespassing warning because that'll make him like us much less.
Ground up now.
Trade with Musalon. It's an idea, but you're likely about to get thunder clapped out of existence by Lewin there. Trade with Sylvania. How much gold would you require?
My blood.
Good idea to make friends with Sylvania pretty quick here, though. Start siphoning some of their elite troops as well. Okay, so they did decide to besiege Artois. There was a battle down here, but I'm not sure who they were attacking.
My lady will not allow it.
Fair, but you're about to get destroyed. Yeah, we'll drop down the Screaming Banner, I'd say, on the corpse cart, so we can drop everything out, just more buffs for everyone around them, and we'll auto-resolve. Still lost 700, which is a bit goofy. They'll go ahead and return those captives for the Dark Magic. We're not replenishing that much. Alright, well, mission issued. Great Suffering. This will unlock the right of Baleful Binding and an Executioner's Axe. So 15,000 enemies killed in battle. We're on our way. Win 10 battles with any single hero. So hero embedded. That's just a tutorial. 1,000 dark magic, and then 20 armor. Opal amulet's pretty solid, and just lets you drop down 20, I guess 30% ward save in SFO whenever you'd like on cooldown. Yeah, I'd really like to take down Lewin, since they nullified our vampiric corruption just by passing through.
I am the blood of Gilles.
Gonna keep going in March. He's gonna go fight Musalon. I'm just not sure what they're doing. They just kind of been standing here with a weak army the entire time. I think they really wanted Artois, and they haven't been able to reconcile it since
Protector of the realm.
these two are no longer at war.
Honor before glory.
Not a good sight. The Bretonians like us far less than they dislike the Dawi.
Follow me.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Relish the opportunity.
Romantic ritual. Extra drop to raise dead cost, more recruit rank. So whenever you're trying to build up a bunch of forces through necromantic means, just drop into the ritual. Oh, that's the replacement for Encamp Stance. Okay, I like it. Can you get better ambush chance anywhere, sir? By going and hiding in the trees? No, just stay out front. The Dobby won't know you're coming. This army, I would love to get a few more rippy fellas. How many turns before we get the big boys? 2 more? Gross.
Let us make doom.
Attrition, anything that lets us actually drop down more corruption? Doesn't really look like. And instead, we'll just keep dropping upkeep and give us more experience. Should let Kevin boost up quite quickly. So we'll give him Curse of Undeath now. We'll come back over and continue to grab the Raised Dead. Okay, well, until we increase the overall corruption in the area, we can't do much. I am tempted, since we're not going to be fighting Lewin, to go after Leoness. He's in March stance, but again, his army is just
By the light of the lady.
a few stages stronger than ours at this point. He also turned around and threatened Grungzint, like I said previously.
It will be.
Which I am tempted to do.
Very tempting.
It is forbidden.
Agree. We would be fighting against a bunch of peasants, but I think zombies beat peasants in a one-on-one. Plus, we've got all the magic in the world, so let's come to the edge of our territory here.
Devotee of the lady.
She's got some ROR units. Prophetess of Life is just free kills for Krell, but... Alright, any kind of deals we can make? Trade with Musalon? Don't mind if I do.
You must want something.
Oh, really?
Better not be my head.
You must want something. Your gold, if you will. I'm not going to get a defensive alliance with them because they'll spend all of their gold on the building instead of defending themselves, which I would much prefer.
Bats and wolves gather.
Bats and wolves gather. Yeah, let's get rid of one more zombie. This one here. We'll just grab another wolf. Brutal business battle is a blood-soaked affair. So you're just gonna stay here, huh? That threw me off. What are you doing in Castle Artois? Why is this everyone's favorite province? Leave. Are they looking to trade with me? Is that what they heard me talking about claiming Grungzint? A bit annoying. Ensure the following building has been constructed. A Necromancer's Tower. And this will give us the right crown by strength and blood. And a gold sigil sword. Research technologies, we're at 3 out of 8. Give us a crop of dark magic, protection talisman, and a trickster shard.
Yes.
Do I want to trade Castle Artois for Grungzint?
You honor me.
King Lewin Leoncoeur.
The answer to that one is a pretty hefty no.
I have seen your heart.
Spread the rock.
Yeah, it's not a good heart. I can't lie. Alright, Kemmler. A lot of back and forth for you here, but let's get back to Artois. So in the ruined sawmill, the Lich Yard, and then ground sounds good too, so some more Skelly Warriors and some Fellbats. So many enemies nearby. Corpse Pile is just not going to give us access to the other building. 2 Crypt Ghouls and 2 Graveguard is actually not all that dangerous. Unwalled settlement battles, though. Go for income.
You dare.
You continue to ambush. See if we can't trick the Dawi into a battle they don't want.
The goblet
Bow! What?
We gotta wait a bit for any kind of deals to be made, but we're gonna grabbing a few more heroes. Can we grab another Necromancer? We can indeed. Intelligent, disciplined, or knowledgeable. Let's grab Marcus the Intelligent.
Yes, plunder the grimoires.
Agreed. You're gonna join in and kick out some zombies. I guess you can't this turn, so we'll wait.
I hunt. You dare.
You hunt. How about go ahead and grab upgraded Invocation of the Hex so you can drop down the AoE heals.
You dare.
Oh, he hasn't moved. He's staying there. Done. Okay, so Lewin has moved on towards home.
Champion of the
Do you have any new wars
You
with
are
the
a
undead?
guest
Yes.
in my
Perfect. The
rear.
Shadow Legion has started
You will
threatening them,
act.
which means we now have the perfect opportunities to build up forces and go kneecap Grung Zint. Genesis of the Vampire Counts. The rise of the greatest civilization in the old world. They ignored our warning. They actually didn't. They left. Capture many provinces. It'll give us a bit more. It is only through conquest that true power may be achieved.
Now.
How about through the recruitment of some big, scary ghouls? The question is, who do we want to get rid of? We do need some zombies for the front line. We keep 2 zombies and 2 crypt ghouls. And we'll throw in some nasty crypt horrors. They're going to be a balefire cart. Comparatively. Evil's attack. Just doesn't give us the ward save the other one does. I would say this cart is trash in comparison. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of normal corpse cart. Yeah, just resistance for himself. Or I guess it's just a 15% ward save. No thank you. We want to make our enemies weaker. And we're going to grab... Oh, we can't afford both. Gross. Could have waited a bit. We'll grab the Crypt Horrors first, though, because they're going to be a huge boon to our armies.
Darkness comes.
Pick out these zombies. It looks like Rorik is not keen on fighting us. Boring.
Do you need fresh trolleys?
Now the undead are patient. Let's see how patient you are. No thanks. Let's grab Risen Standard Bearers for extra melee defense for zombies, skeletal warriors, and spearmen. We might start sending Kevin on out to try to wound heroes. Do you have any with you?
I am the blood of Gilles.
If you wound her, we gain a blood kiss. Do the thing.
Death awaits.
You are Kevin. You should be absolutely the most elite, right?
Will do nicely.
Look at you, sir. The 3 blood kisses. We can now activate our first bloodline. So the Necroarch will give us miscast base chance up to research rate. And then the Face of Death when in foreign territory, so that lets us summon zombies in and weaken the enemy. Lamian is more line of sight. Vigor and diplomatic relations, and then all enemies have lowered missile weapon range by 25% during battles. Good grief. Von Karstein is control and replenishment rate. They're probably the ones we're going to go for. Headhunter is for all characters faction-wide, so lets them hunt fools down. Then more vampiric corruption, so more raise Deadpool capacity for crypt ghouls. We do need the corruption. Bestial Juggernaut. Stock for own armies faction-wide and own territory. Probably pretty good since we're playing a defensive campaign for the start, but I think extra control and replenishment are just pretty solid to have, so welcome Von Karsteins. Not going to add that Lord in for now. He'll just be the next army we recruit. We're going to go for as much of Necromancers as possible. So we got Taubert. Who is the Lord we gained there? Let's find out. Victor von Korstein. He is the Bloodstrider. Upkeep production for Blood Knights that I'm not going to be using. And a melee attack for Blood Knights. We may make an exception for him since he is actually a risen champion of the vampires. I'll let you all weigh in on that one. Should we keep it fully Ghosts and Ghouls and just not use the Bloodlines at all? Or should we add the Bloodlines in and they can have their own kind of themed armies? Let me know what you all think. Let's come on out of this nonsense. We got a little bit more gold to use.
Big as an
We get peace with
Yes.
the Dawi? No, they're quite confident.
This night. What?
That's fine.
than anyone.
Ambush.
Darkness.
Take 17. Alright, he has now become General Grievous. 2 extra control. Oh, Nurgle's rotted Artois. A vile disease, both by grandfather Nurgle or one of his foul minions is sweeping across the population. We can only hope is one of his less successful concoctions. In less growth. Nasty.
Everything dies.
You all were very brave before.
I will not disgrace my ancestors.
We're gonna try to overwhelm them with numbers.
Move us.
Himmler's got the ghouls coming on in. We can't quite afford the horrors. Unfortunate. Maybe we can through any deals?
Champion of the dark.
The answer is no. That's fine.
Your coming was foretold.
Evan, you come on back and join up with Himmler.
Necropolis awaits.
And, I mean, boost income's probably not a bad call. By an additional 2%, let's try it. We need the extra gold. Only going to have 1 Crypt Horror for now, which is a bit sad. Very dangerous, but also quite sad. It'll be lonely. Poaching camp. What are you up to, Red Duke? You're trying to fight Lewin. Not loiter in enemy territory till you die. I don't know what they're up to. Not good stuff, though. Sadly, we've lost corruption here.
Flesh to craft.
Yuck. Now Rorak's definitely not going to come over to attack. Right, to raise the ragged banners above the legions can be taxing. They have been enchanted by many other sorcerers. It'd be great if you could actually get standard bearers once you got this technology. Technology's actually changed how factions look visually. That'd be awesome. What are you doing? He is lost. It looks like he wants to fight me.
Seek out the Von Casterings.
He's just avoiding. Go set up somewhere else, I guess. I wouldn't mind you helping me with the Dawi, I just don't think you're going to. Darkness comes. Roll on over to the outskirts of Gizero there. And we'll grab 1 more Crypt Horror if we can.
Don't think so.
You don't even know what's about to come for you, sir.
What?
Bad Gandalf comes for thee. Hopefully next turn we can grab the Balefire cart we'd like. Recruitment cost. Let's just go down towards extra resistance for zombies. It's gonna be 8 turns total. That's quite a bit. Any other goodies we can grab in the meantime? This is the Strigoi one. But also has the ghosts. Strigoi and ghosts. Do like movement range. Actually going to be quite difficult to get through there. That will actually drop the upkeep for ghouls and horrors, so let's make sure they're a bit cheaper. Then we get more replenishment rate for Dead Rise again, and less attrition suffered from non-vampiric attrition. I think that's a good call. I think resistance is better.
Soon I'll be all powerful.
Ooh,
Bats and wolves gather.
Hats and wolves gather. Can you come on over here and... What do you have in your repertoire, sir? I'm trying to look for what you can do. Is it not going to show me? Oh, it's abilities here. Here we go. Not. Technology, wound, and assault units. Okay. Well, I don't mind stealing technology.
Flesh to craft.
We just have no gold. And we're hanging out, trying to build up some undead corruption then. It's not working out so well.
Darkness comes. Say what you must.
Alright, granite hand, one's piece. Piece for 300. Get out of here. I'll not have you short offering me. Stranger comes, a cloaked stranger from the mist-shrouded land of Eldian. Approaches with a request. He is of sinister aspect, but assures you that his intentions are good. We don't actually suffer from chaos under undivided corruption, so let's grant the request. We are chaos. Blend of chaos and death.
Stop that.
Oh, Vragni, you fool.
You dare.
Grab the balefire cart. And hopefully we can then, from there, crush.
The lady.
I don't know what Lewin's up to. I think he's chasing around the Red Duke. The Red Duke also doesn't know what he's up to. So it's kind of a Three Stooges
You
jumble here.
darkness.
No corruption, so we'll have to wait till the next turn, and then we can charge on over towards Grungzint.
Need more minions.
Finally, some violence. I still don't know where Lewin went. I think he's still... they're just chasing each other around, which is quite hilarious. We do have to keep in mind that the Fey Enchantress isn't going to like us either, but the fact that we have so many non-aggression pacts with the other Bretonnians has probably kept us out of war for longer than not. They have switch places, keeping Fragni a bit safer.
No, I will not.
A good
share
call, because what's
my
coming over here
power.
after you is going to be very dangerous. Problem is, we're going to take attrition.
You dare.
Alright,
It is not. Soon.
here's what we'll do to avoid attrition. You come on out.
Yes.
Your necromantic nonsense. We'll bring Himmler to the Blackstone Post.
Grave.
And there he should be able to attack. They may be able to recruit a few more. I'm unconcerned.
Bats and wolves.
You scoot back so you're not getting attacked
Move.
by yourself.
Darkness
I
comes.
think we'll just give you the Aura of Supremacy to drop enemy leadership even further. That's awesome. Scroll of Lycos for yourself. Sweet business. Take Castle Artois up to tier 3. Alright. Doing the thing. Hopefully one more battle here for this episode. Right, the turn is ours. Looks like Ziflin has gone up to tier 3, so it's going to be very hard for us to crack. 2 warriors, 2 longbeards, 2 quarrelers, a thane, and a grudge thrower. That's pretty nasty. We have sheer force of numbers, though. Plus, crypt horrors and ghosts.
You dare.
I do dare. We're bringing them down.
Bring it all to me.
Yoink.
Kill them, my children.
Kill them, my children. Thank you, Gandalf. So, luckily, they actually don't have that much in terms of overall quarrelers. And we have tons of... grab the Screaming Banner and throw it down on the Balefire cart. Take it back. Screaming Banner on the Crypt Horrors. And then we'll go ahead and encircle.
Commit, minions.
Of course, we would hit a misclick there and dive into the battle.
They will.
Robert, you come on over as well.
Necropolis awaits.
Propolis awaits.
Expected so much more.
He expected so much more? What is your problem? It's still going to give us a valiant defeat against Rorik here, and we are going to have to fight this one out in the next episode. I'm out of time for today. I have been as Space Wizard Total War. Remember to leave a like for the light god and a sub for the sub dog. See you on the next one.